Lamini Stadium. It is the 22nd of August 2026 and the final of the maiden edition of the SUBA Award Development Association pre-season tournament. And rightly so, it is sponsored by two distinguished honorables, Honorable Lamini Sane, the member for Brikama South, and Honorable Ismaila Jallo, the Councillor for SUBA Award, and as well as the Vice Chairperson of the Brikama Area Council. If you are here, thank you very much. And if you are making your way to the stadium, tickets are just $30. And the finalists are Bairo FC and the senior players. So it is the veteran versus the new kids on the block. It is of course going to be a very, very interesting match. Already the senior players have turned doubters into believers. But today they face the ultimate test when they face a young, exciting Bairo FC. Many question whether they have the legs to run. They came last year, they did not conquer me, but they surprised and they have proven their worth. And in the maiden edition of the SUBA Award Development Association pre-season tournament, they came and surprised everybody. And today, they are here for the ultimate prize. They are playing for the final, the historical final, for the first time in the history of SUBA Award. That is a pre-season tournament for all the registered clubs that are participating in the Brikama Sport Committee now and then. The players completed their warm-up already. They are in the locker rooms. Any moment from now, they will come in. They'll come into the main gallery. And we have LSTV, the #1 sports channel in the Gambia live. In case you cannot make your way to the stadium, LSTV, the #1 sports channel in the Gambia, will be live to show the match. They will feature the match live.
Ami, kita vamos discutir para a política. Tá close, tá? Não, tá direct LSTV one, yeah, mas tá close. Aí tá direct, sai, não direct. Yeah, mas vai, tá close.
It's a monumental day in the history of SUBA Award, and thanks to the leadership of the association, the sport association, and again the two distinguished honorables in the world councilor and the vice chairperson, Honorable Ismaila Jallo, who is already here, and as well as Honorable Lamini Sane, the member for Brikama South, the National Assembly member for Brikama South. They will make sure that a day like today happens. But what is more important to the sport committee, that is the SUBA Award Development Association, it is that a tournament is staged that has honed the skills and prepare the clubs in the world better for a better tournament. And we are wishing all the clubs in SUBA Award the very best of luck in the 2026 Brikama Sport Committee in Narita. And we are hoping that next year it will be big and big and bigger. Of course, with what we have already achieved this season, many people thought that it is never possible. But we committed personnel ranging from the president of the SUBA Award Development Association Sport Committee, Mr. Lamin Dabo, to the Secretary General and the coordinator of the tournament, Babu Garful, and everybody who makes sure that a day like today will happen. Thank you. So already it's a big day. Like I said, the two teams, we have the senior players, the veterans, the old guards versus Bairo FC. It is going to be a mouth-watering class, we expect. And at the end of the final, there will be a ceremony where all the participating teams in the SUBA World Development Association pre-season tournament will receive cash, donation, and some materials that we hope will enhance their performance in the 2026 Peter Sport Committee marathon. And wherever you are, please be reminded that tomorrow, the 23rd, Sunday, August, will be the curtain raiser of the Peter Sport Committee marathon, and it will be between the champions, Tourist FA, and the cup winners, Misra United. There's going to be another monumental class here tomorrow at the Theatre of Entertainment. But first and foremost, we have a contest to settle here between senior players and Bairo FC. They completed their warm-up already. They are inside the locker rooms, and any moment from now, they will come for the pre-match formalities, and then during the halftime break, all other dignitaries are around. We can go on with the rest of the pre-match format. DJ, you can give us some music.
Hey, come on,
It is, of course, the maiden SUBA World SUBA World Sports Development Committee's preseason for the teams that are currently playing from that particular end and are also taking part here at the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadiums for the Brikama Sports Committee's Summer Nawetan. The SUBA World preseason is organized to prepare its teams towards the Brikama Sports Committee Summer Nawetan, and of course it's the first of its kind. Here we are going to see some veterans that will be taking part in the game. Of course, we have the like of Seni Sambo Duta, fondly called by many, and then also you have Bakari Koli, called Kalon, and also Dimingu Mane are all taking part in this particular game, playing for the senior players in the SUBA World area. And they are currently taking on against a much younger Bairo FC side, who are, of course, able to make their way towards this particular final. Of course, it is the maiden competition between the teams within or that resides within SUBA World, and it is sponsored by Honorable Lamin J. Sane, the National Assembly member for the Brikama South, and of course jointly sponsored by Ismaila Jallo, Ismaila Cherno Jallo, who is of course the councillor for the area and also the vice chairperson of the Brikama Area Council, jointly sponsoring this particular tournament with the Honorable J. Sane of the area, and then it is geared towards fostering the unity among the teams and also the recognition between them in that particular area, and of course to prepare the teams ahead of this year's Brikama Sports Committee's Summer Nawetan. Before moving forward, we are going to give you the starting 11 for the two sides, and of course we are going to start with the senior players. In goal for them is Kamba Sane, who was of course a veteran goalkeeper for this particular Brikama side, and then whoever watches Nawetan within Brikamas here, especially in Boxbar, will know who Kamba is and of course his qualities in the game. Wearing the number 1 jersey for them, number 8 is Seni Sambo, fondly called Duta. Omar Sambo is also there. Bakari Koli, who is serving as the team captain for them, fondly called Kalon. Omar Dem is also there. Lamin F. Bojang, Lamin Kamara, Demingu Mane, Musa Wage, Buba Bah, and Zakaria Baji completing the 11 for the senior players, while their opponents for this day are much younger Bairo FC side, of course, who are of course able to make their way through the qualifiers and then eventually now taking part in the Brikama Summer Nawetan. And a couple of years ago now, they started in goal with Infansu Bojang, whereas the number 1 jersey for them, Ibrahim Sane, the team captain, whereas the number 20, Usman Manga, Mustafa Jallo, Bakari Jajo, Emat Manga, Musa Sajo, Salifu Jaju, Yaya Dafe, Lamin Fall, and of course Kalilu Baji wearing the number 47 jersey, and of course completing the starting 11 for Bairo FC side. Now Bairo moving forward in this time. Number 7 Towns are beautifully there, trying to Lamin Fall. Moving forward, connects to the running play in the far end. Then but too much pace on the ball there. And the senior players benefits a throw in there. And the officials of this particular game are of course Buba I Bojang, who is having at the center referee, being assisted by Yusufa Sambu and of course Demba Suso, and then the reserve referee for this particular game is Basiru Mane, who is serving on the touchline here, assisting the officiating of this particular game. Bairo with a throw in there, another clearance coming from the senior players, and it is going to be another throw for the Bairo FC side, who are of course a much younger side on the paper. They will of course be termed as the favorite, and of course clear favorite coming into this final, but on the pitch they still nil-nil between the two, and none of the sides here is able to break the deadlock as of now. But Bairo came very close, hitting the woodwork, and then the senior players now regroup, and then Sini Sambu trying to connect one of his players now, and now Towns there. It is the number 11 who plays the ball back, Zakaria Fofana, but a header comes in from Bairo end, and then inside the center circle, a header Towns moving forward there, trying to connect the player in the far end. Bairo FC still continues to run there, but that was a great run from the senior players there. Domingo Mane there. Domingo tries to dribble past his marker, but he wasn't able to do that, and then the ball was collected from him. And now moving forward, senior players trying to test the waters there. But the netminder from Bojan was well aware of the intention, and then goes back and then handles the ball. Bairo moving forward this time. Bakari Jaju trying to connect the run of the number 25, but the ball was head away. And Emat rather could not get to the ball, and then senior players now dropping there through the number 13, but he's been penalized. Omar them for a foul on Khalilu Baji. Khalilu plays the ball short back to his number 17, who plays the ball back. Mustafa Jallo still regains the position towards Bakari Jaju now inside the midfield area, trying to switch the play there. And then the number 18, Omar Sambo, touch and then takes the throw quickly towards rather Domingo Mane, who breaks the ball. Now Sambo yet again moving forward, trying to move forward, connects the far players in the far end. He tries to connect the wrong of the other player in the end, but senior players are a bit dispossessed. And then they win a throw in there, quickly taken. Domingo sends a long ball there and a good one inside the 18-yard area. Header comes in from Khalilu Baji, and then Bairo collects the possession again. Emat Manga turns beautifully, trying to look up and then connects Jaju in the far end. Jaju connects another player in the end, Musa. Now trying to connect Khalilu now. Khalilu trying to move forward, collects Jaju. Bakari in the far end, who sends a long ball there, but caught in an offside position. The team captain, Ibrahim Sane, quickly taken. Now moving forward, Sambu tries to clear his line, but he's been dispossessed there. And then it is another throw into the senior player. Sambu takes charge, plays the ball short to Bakari Kalon, who sends a long ball there towards the running number 9, Lamin Kamara. Cheese is there. The Rastafarian turns. He looks up, trying to see who to place the ball. Now towards the number 10, who plays the ball back now. And then moving forward as they try to, or as they continue to find their way through. It's another offside. Bairo FC is again caught in an offside position, and they have been penalized once more. And senior players wouldn't be in a haste to take charge of the delivery. Earlier on there, number 10 was Lamin F. Bojang, and then moving forward this time, clears his line. Now, the Lamin Kamara tries to do the pass one, but the ball has been cleared away. Mustafa Jallo clears his line. Senior players continues to mount pressure, but Bairo regains position now through Bakari now inside the area, and now it is the number 25 here who tries to connect Emat Manga, trying to connect Khalilu. Khalilu, good ball there towards Khalilu, and the player goes to the ground there. It's a foul against the senior players, and Musa Wage concedes the foul for his side, and it is going to be a delivery to be taken by Musa Sajo, and Musa places the ball. It's a free kick at a very good position. Musa plays a long ball, a short ball there, but he tries to play a more quicker ball and trying to surprise the senior players, but nonetheless it was not been possible for them. As I have earlier mentioned, there are some recognized veteran players in this particular list for the senior players. You have the likes of Kamba Sane, Sini Sambu, who plays straight up to the national under 17, and of course the national under 20 is also one of the players for the senior players here. Bakari Koli, of course, called Kalon, one of the reliable left fullbacks for Scoville FC, and on this particular ground before he hangs his boot to allow young players to get into the pitch. And Domingo Mane, also one of the best players when it comes to the teams in Brikama here, is also one of the personnels that we are currently seeing within the ranks of the senior players in this particular game. Already we have played, or we are in the 12th minute of the play here, and it remains 0-0 between the two. The senior players are yet to find the back of the net, while their opponents as well in Bairo's FC are also struggling to get their chances and of course making their way to realizing their dream here. Remember, this game is not only a final but also it's a maiden competition of the SUBA World Pre-Season Tournament, so each of these sides here would want to carry the day and then be celebrated as one of the winners for the first edition of the pre-season tournament for the SUBA Award that is jointly sponsored by the National Assembly member of the area of Brikama South, Lamin J. Sane, and of course the councillor for the area, Cherno Ismaila Jalo, and who also doubles as the vice chairperson of the Brikama Area Council. Who have also jointly making the effort here and trying to unify the youth of the area and trying to make it so that they foster that unity between the youth of the area and also to maintain their recognition, because with that everything is possible if you are able to. But that was an error from Kamba, the netminder. You can see that was a good chance for the Bairo FC side to take the lead through Lamin Fall, but his shot was a very, very weak one. But Kamba, again, after making the error, comes to the aid of his side and then saving his or preventing his side from conceding the first goal into this particular competition. But this time, it is another opportunity for the Bairo FC side. And yet again, it's been squandered. Emat Manga squandered this opportunity for the Bairo FC side. Two very good opportunities in a minute, but both have been squandered by Bairo FC. Let's see what how senior players are going to respond to these chances that are just been squandered here. Seemingly, the faithfuls of the Bairo FC should have been celebrating this, at least one of those chances into a goal, but none have been utilized here by the players. Salifu Jaju tries to dribble past his marker, but he's been fouled there by, of course, Musa Ba, a solid center back for the senior players, who have indeed done very well for the senior players last season in the Brikama Sports Committee Samanawetan. And this season as well, perhaps he's going to be one of the players that they are going to rely on whatever the season is back. And of course, it is starting tomorrow, where we are going to see the Super Cup will be contested here between, of course, the Tourist FC side and their opponents for tomorrow's game.
We have played 15 minutes into this encounter. Bairo FC practically camping in the senior players half. But the most important statistic of the game is 0 apiece between senior players and Bairo FC.
Of course, I will be assisted here by Mamadou S. Balde on the commentary cabin. Of course, he is going to help us with the first 15 minutes of analysis here. Mamadou S. Balde, you have watched the entire 15 minutes between the two. Of course, senior players, you have some veterans among them. In the likes of Kamba, the netminder for them, Sini Sambu is also there. The team captain, Bakari Koli, who's of course known by many as Kalon, and of course, Domingo Mane are all big names here for the senior players. And entirely, we have played 15 minutes of into this final here, and it remains 0-0 between the two. Your assessment in the entire first 15 minutes, Bakari Mamadou Esbal.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kanyi, and of course, right, as you said, it is 15 minutes already played, and by looking at what is currently unfolding here, the senior players are of course standing, waiting, and assisting how the Bairo team is attacking. And you can see 4 times they are already spotted on outside. The Bairo side have already spotted 4 times upside. You can see the highlight. They are already comfortable with their highlight. That is the senior team, and that was showing them, yes, we are senior, but we are not tired. We have been playing before you played, and now we have the experience that you guys don't have yet. But as you said, it is 15 minutes into the lottery. Anything is possible. You can see their goalkeeper, Mr. Sane, was of course spotted having a mistake that could have cost the senior team a goal. But he was very fast to recover from that mistake and save them again. That could have been a goal. But so good so far. It is Bairo 0 and the senior team 0.
Thank you very well, Mamadou S. Balde. And the pivotal team currently here is the experience that the senior players are currently having over their opponents here. As you have earlier stated, they are not hastily taking their decisions. They understand what it means to win a game and also placing their opponents frustrated throughout the game. And then they are doing that very well against this younger Bairo FC side here. Currently, it remains 0-0 between the two, approaching the 28th minute of the play. There's, of course, the Bairo FC side, as many will tip them to be dominant in the game. And, of course, they are dominating the possession here. And, of course, the goal-scoring opportunities, but yet to find themselves a breakthrough into this contest. Another shot comes in here, this time from Jaju, but it went way of the post here, and then it's another goal kick there. You can see the way Kamba is moving towards the ball. He's never in a haste. Understanding that if we are to deal with the youngest generation of players here, we need to approach the game with our experience that we have decades ago before they come into the field of play. And then they are doing this very well. And of course, the referees, the officials rather, in charge of this particular game. Of course, Buba I Bojang serving as the central referee. He's been assisted by Yusufa Sambu as the second assistant, and Demba Suso is the first assistant for this particular game, and Basiru Mane is the reserve referee, of course, serving on the touchline here for the officials of the game there. Quickly taking there and the throw. Bairo trying to turn there the number 10 Salifu Jaju, but he's been dispossessed and moving forward. It is Bah in the far end, goes to the ground, and it's a foul. Senior players wins a free kick deep inside their opponent's half. We'll see how they are going to execute this, and it is going to be taken by Sini Sambu, who's of course one of the veteran players for the senior players, and then who played all the way to the national under 17 and of course under 20. And a season before last, we have also seen him playing for Bombarda FC side. The green light has been given here. Sini Sambu sends a good ball there towards the team captain. Header comes in there, but straight into the hands of the netminder, Infansu Bojang, who is not being troubled by the header from Bakari Koli, alias Scalon. And this time it is Emat Manga now taking on against his marker, tries to dribble past his marker, cuts inside the area, still moving with the ball, trying to connect his marker around the 18-yard area. Now nothing is there, and then this time a low ball. It is, of course, Musa Sajo who have put the Bairo FC side in front here. In the 24th minute of play here. And senior players now have found themselves behind. But that was a great build of play there. And a fine pass from Yaya Duffy finds Musa Sajo, and then who plays the ball well. A low ball there, past the netminder there, Kamba Sani, who could not see any side now from conceding the first goal here. And now Bairo have now taken the lead.
Can they come from behind? You can see already they are.
Yes, Mr. Kanyi. You see everything starts from the central, from the midfield. You can see now, and of course, Bairo has taken responsibilities of what they were missing from the beginning of the first half, from the beginning of the first minute. What they were missing, and of course that is what they capitalize now from Musa Sajo. Everything started from the midfield, where the pass was of course sent, and Musa Sajo hesitated And
number 15.
Number 15 of Bairo. He
Broke the
scored
deadlock,
it.
and Bairo FC.
And of course now Bairo is leading against the senior players. And now they're attacking. Now they are attacking. If they want to come back. And oh, wow. That's number 25. Manga. What can Manga do there? Still with the ball. Manga still with the ball. Oh, the ball has been intercepted by the senior players. And now they have been aggressive. Of course, I think they want to come back before the end of the second, for the first half, rather. What can they? Mr. Kanye, indeed.
Here's a good one there. Now a much better performance from the senior players this time. A shot comes in there from Seni Sambo. As you can see, after conceding the goal, they have now improved on the momentum of the game and trying to make it so they pile a lot of much pressure on their opponents here, so they can also penetrate their back line and then eventually finding themselves on the score sheet here. Let's see what they will continue to do as the game proceeds here. It is currently Sambo's goal, Musa Sajo's goal rather, that continues to separate the two sides here. And Manga now trying to dribble past him, he cuts there inside the area, trying to connect the run of his player and then takes a shot there, but this time still in the hands of Kamba Sane, who sends a long ball there, trying to connect the run of one of his players in the far end, but the Bairo FC side still continues to take charge of the game here, and then moving forward this time it is Bar against one of the players here, Bartons, but he's won a foul for his side, Bubaba. And Salifu Jaju has been penalized for a foul on Bubaba. He's of course one of the reliable central defenders for the senior players, and if in fact for last season for the senior players who were competing here, he's one of the finest players for them, one of the reliable center backs for that particular team. We'll see what happens here as the proceedings continues here as Bairo now, Dafe, who assisted beautifully to Musa Sajo, and then the goal that stands to separate the two sides as for now. Turns inside the area, this is the number 5, Bakari plays the ball towards now Manga, trying to connect the run of the team captain, Ibrahim Sane. Sane has been dispossessed there, and then moving forward, senior players now in the left attacking option there, trying to cut inside the area, goes to the ground, nothing is given by the center referee, and moving forward, the team captain collects the ball now to Manga, turns beautifully, trying to dribble past two players, he does well, again regains the possession of the ball, turns inside the center circle, trying to connect the run of the surging right fullback in the far end, who still continues to move forward. This time it's a corner, and the senior players Umar Sambu concedes a corner for his side, quickly taken by Bairo. Now to Jaju now. Jaju trying to connect one of the run of these players there, continues to again Dafe in the area, and now Khalilu Baji sends a good ball there towards the player there. What a foul. Sorry, offside. They have been penalized. And of course, it is the number 7 for the Bairo FC side, Lamin Fall, who also had a very, very good opportunity here at the start of the game, but squandered after comeback came to the rescue of his side. To remind you that you're watching us live from the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium, the SUBA World Preseason Final. That is, of course, jointly sponsored by Honorable Lamin Jade Sane, the National Assembly member for Brikama South, and of course, Ismaila Cheno Jallo, was the councillor for the SUBA award, who also doubles as the vice chairperson of the Brikama Area Council. The tournament is staged to prepare the teams within the SUBA award ahead of the Brikama Sports Committee Summer Nawetan. And then this time, and of course, it is also meant to foster that unity and of course recognition between the youth of the area by these two gentlemen who have come to the aid of the youth of the area, of course, Honorable Lamin J. Sane, and of course, Honorable Ismaila Cherno Jalo, the National Assembly member for Brikama South, and of course, the councillor for the SUBA ward, respectively. And it is a free kick there at a very good set piece position there. It is, of course, Seni Sambo is there. So as the team captain, Bakari Koli, are the two players that are currently there for the senior players. We'll see who takes charge of the delivery of this particular free kick there. But if the delivery is good, it can trouble the netminder, Mfansu Bojang, as he prepares to save his side, while Bakari Koli and Seni Sambu are there preparing to take charge. Joining them is Musa Wage. Certainly it is going to either be the team captain Koli, Bakari Kalon, or Seni Sambu Duta to take charge of the delivery. We'll see who takes charge as the center referee gives the green light here. Moving forward now, slowly towards the ball. It is Seni Sambu who takes a good one there, but against the wall, and then Omar Sambu takes the rebound, but it flies way over the crossbar. But that was initially a good take, but it was against the wall placed by the netminder. We are currently approaching half an hour into the game, and it remains senior players nil, Bairo FC 1, as Musa Sajo's lone goal continues to separate the two sides. A goal that came in the 21st minutes continues to stand as the sole decider of this particular contest. But there's still time to change the dynamics of the games of this particular game further. We'll see if or whether senior players can respond with a goal here, or are we going to see a younger Bairo FC side come again, adding their advantage into the game before the halftime whistle will be blown here. Duta goes to the ground, foul, says the center referee, trying to quickly discharge the foul there, but he was being obstructed there, and then now Bar takes charge. One of the central defenders, Bubaba, continues to, tries to Kajurono Omar Dem in the far end. Omar tries to connect Kamara.
We are playing half of an hour here, 30 minutes, and it is senior player 0 and Bairo FC 1 in the final of the maiden edition of the SUBA Award Development Association Sport Committee Pre-Season Tournament Final at the Theatre of Entertainment Box Bar. It's senior player 0, Bairo 1 after 30 minutes.
Momodo Esba, we've played 30 minutes already, and senior players are pushing all out and trying to get themselves to a parity before a halftime whistle is gone, while their opponents, a much younger Bairo side, is also standing tall on their feet and trying to make it so they continue denying senior players from getting themselves a goal here, and also trying to add up their advantage into the game. Already 30 minutes on the clock here. Your assessment so far?
Yes, Mr. Kanye, watching what is currently happening, you will see now the senior players are now attacking after has been at a goal, after receiving a goal from Bairo, and you see they are now attacking. They were standing waiting, and of course having no fear, but that now that they know that they are already down, you see them pushing. I think they want to have a goal before the end of the first half, But the Bairo side, the younger Bairo side, is saying no to that. It's either we add up or you maintain like this. And then the senior team also will say no, this game will not end like this. We have to equalize. And in fact, we have to be the winners here. But then the 90 minutes will solely say, show us what is going to happen at the end of the 90 minutes.
Very well, the 90 minutes, so the regulation time will decide the fate of this particular trophy. Of course, it's a highly coveted one as the first edition of this particular preseason tournament. Both of the sides here will want to go home with the trophy as Bairo still stand on their toes in trying to continue to prevent their backline from penetration by their opponents, the senior players here, while the senior players or the veterans, one will call them, continues to mount the maximal pressure on their opponents so they can get themselves to the parity before the halftime whistle is blown here. But nothing so far has been possible for them as Bojang plays the ball short now it is Kalilu who receives the ball now. Kalilu connects the run of the number 7 Lamin Fall. Lamin Fall connects the Emat Manga. Emat Manga inside the 18-yard area, cuts inside the area, but a block comes in there from Ba, who continues to guide the ball. And then they are now back here. Yaya Dafe playing one-touch pass with the players, but finally trying to connect the run of the number 10 Salifu Jaju, but Salifu was caught offside. And senior players will now regroup themselves as they prepare to take charge of the delivery. It is going to be Bubaba, the center back, who allows Kamba Sane rather, to take charge of the delivery here. Kamba places the ball now as he prepares to deliver that shot or that set piece. He communicates to his forward player, sends a long ball there towards Kamara. Kamara chested the ball down, player goes to the ground, but it's a foul against Kamara. He's been penalized for a slap on the face of an opponent. Accidentally, Kalilu Rada Baji is now back on his feet and then prepares to continue taking part in the game. The ball plays short, receives there, it's Bakari Jaju, who looks up, trying to connect the run of his players, plays the ball back to one of his center backs there, and Fansu Bojang receives the ball now towards Osman Manga now. Manga receives the ball, who looks up now, trying to connect, yes, places the ball to now Lamin Fall. Fall now towards Kalilu, but Ba is there, Buba, who turns, got the ball, sends a good ball there towards Dimengu Mane, but the ball is being headed out there by Usman Manga, one of the center backs for this particular side. He is partnering with Mustafa Jallo, of course, who are been very solid at the back, continues to prevent their back line, and then dealing against the threat of the threats that they are receiving from the senior players here in the far end. Turns beautifully there. This is the team captain who turns beautifully, Ibrahim Sane, trying to connect the run, but Ibrahim Sane continues the run there and trying to receive the ball, but Omar Sambu rescues his side, the senior players, and it is a throw in there. The team captain takes charge, plays the ball quickly to Musa Sajo, the only goal scorer in the game. Sajo receives the ball once more, connect Yaya now, who assisted him there. Yaya casted the ball there as he received the ball, trying to turn there, but he's been dispossessed. Clearance coming there from Jallo this time. It's another throw in, but this time to the senior players, and Sambo Umar takes charge this time. Takes a short throw there towards Lamin F. Bojang, who plays the ball back now to Kamba Sane, the netminder, who pushes the ball as he is not in a haste to take his decision. F. Sane, Bojang rather turns towards them in the far end, trying to battle it out against foul there, Dafe rather, but he continues to run, and it's a foul there. as Daffy concedes the foul there, and Omar Dem wins the free kick for the senior players. And this time it is either going to be delivered there by Omar Sambu or Musa Wage. But Sambu places the ball. He allows Wage is also there. We'll see who takes charge of the delivery. But Sambu allows Wage to take charge of the delivery. Musa Wage is giving a green light here. Sends a good ball there inside the area, but straight into the hands of Mpansu Bojang, the netminder for the Bairo FC side, who sends a long ball there towards Lamin Fall, but Buba Bah guards the ball all the way towards Kamba Sane, who handles the ball for the senior players as he prepares to deliver that shot. Takes a long and a high one around the center circle there, but the player comes in there now. Dimingu Mane turns now beautifully. Dimingu places the ball towards Duta. Dimingu makes a good run there. Let's see what he will be able to do here. Dimingu trying to take the ball, yes, turns, now faces his marker. Dimingu cuts inside the area, and now available to him is Duta. Sini Sambu now. Sini faces his marker now. Sini, good ball there from Sini as Wage places the ball back to him. Sini again, but this time he's been guarded of the ball, and it's a throw in there against Bakari Jaju, who concedes, quickly taken. Sini receives the ball again from Wage. Wage now Musa turns inside the area, connects Dimingu. Dimingu trying to turn, but a clearance comes in there from Salifu Jaju, one of the forward players for the Bairo FC side, who connects now Manga. Manga cuts inside the area, trying to connect the run of the team captain, who heads the ball. Sambo is there, but back comes off his line. Quickly take Buba, jumps again, this time, and Sajo now receives the ball. Takes the ball there, a good header there coming from the team captain, Bakari Koli, alias Kalon, but a foul there against them. Omar Sambu as Mustafa Jallo is being penalized for a foul on Wage, and now receiving the ball there is Kamara, who turns there. The Rastafarian turns inside the area, trying to connects the run of Sambo. Omar, who collects Duta now. F. Bojang connects the run of the striker there, Lamin Kamara. But a good clearance there coming from the defense line for the Bairo FC side, and any moment from now we are going to see the additional time from the officials of the game. Seemingly it is going to be 2 minutes of the additional time on top of the regulation time that will be played here for either senior players or Bairo FC to change the scoreline of the game. If it has to be senior players, they must try to get themselves to a parity before the halftime whistle will be blown here, or Bairo FC must try to add up their advantage before the game. Domingo Mane is being penalized for a foul, this time on Usman Manga. And it is 2 minutes of additional time, as it's been raised here by Basiru Mane. The reserve
we have played 40 minutes, and the for assistant referee has indicated a minimum of 2 minutes of additional time.
Domingo tries to bring the ball down, but already it has crossed the line, and it's a throw into the Bairo FC side. But of course, who rather continues to add up their advantage into the game. But they have been dominant here until getting themselves to the score line. Now we have seen senior players also trying to move their way, and this time Buba Ba now available to him is F. Bojang, who turns. F. Bojang still continues to turn. Wage turns beautifully there around the center circle, connects the team captain, Mamadou Esbalderada. I mean, we are approaching the final whistle here for the first half, and it still remains 1-0 in favor of Bairo.
Thank you, Mr. Kanyi. And of course, it is almost the end of the first half, and it's still 1-0 in favor of Bairo. And you can see now, there's an offside. The Rastafari is being caught offside. That could have been dangerous. You don't want to waste it. He still want to score it. But the landsman was there to say, no, Mr. Kamara is an offside. And now, any moment from now, we will hear the whistle from the center referee. For the end of the first half, and the goal line still remain 1, and that's of course the end of the first half. You have Bairo FC 1 and the senior players nil. Mr. Kanye, it is halftime.
It's halftime. We are also going to draw the curtain for the first half commentary here. We'll be back after 15 minutes of break. 1-0 in favor of Bairo.
second half. And if you are just joining us here at the Brikama Box Family Stadium, it is Bairo 1, Senior Player 0 in the final of the maiden edition of the SUBA World Development Association pre-season tournament. Bairo's goal was courtesy of Musa Sajo.
Welcome back to the Brikama Box Family Stadium. Of course, in the pre-season tournament final of the SUBA Award. Of course, jointly sponsored by the Honorable Lamin G. Dabo, of course, who's serving as the National Assembly member for Brikama South, and of course the councillor of the area, Ismaila Cherno Jallo, who also doubles as the chairperson of the Brikama Area Council. This is, of course, the maiden edition of the SUBA World Pre-Season Tournament, and then in this final, we are, of course, witnessing the participation of some veteran players in the midst of the senior players team. That includes Kamba Sane, of course, Sini Sambu, one of the veteran players for this particular senior player side, who have made his way to the national under 17 and of course the national under 20, and of course the team captain for the side, Bakari Koli, formerly called Kalon, and then you also have Diminku Mane also playing for the senior player side. These are, of course, prominent names for the senior player side, not only within Brikama here, but when you talk of Sini Sambu Duta and also Diminku Mane have made their way to the national levels here, representing the entire nation. And of course, these are names that are currently taking part here in this year's SUBA World Pre-Season Final. For their opponents, a much younger Bairo side dominated the possession in the first half, coming into the second half now. It is, of course, stays as 1-0 in favor of Bairo here, and then we will see the response from the senior players after having some discussions in the locker rooms, and now they are here back on the pitch, trying to making sure that they also get themselves to the parity anytime before the final whistle will be blown here by the officials of the game. And then the officials taking charge of the game are, of course, Abuba I Bojang, as we have already stated, Yusufa Sambo, and of course Demba Suso. And the reserve referee on the third line there, it is, of course, Basiru Mane. And the senior players inside the 18-yard area, cross comes in there, but a clearance here. But fortunately, Lamin Kamara was caught in an offside position there. And Bairo FC wins a free kick deep inside their own area, specifically inside the 18-yard area, after Lamin Kamara has been penalized for offside. And assistant here is Momodu S. Balde, who is, of course, serving as one of the match analysis for this particular game for this maiden SUBA Award Sports Committee or Development and Sports Committees pre-season tournament. And it is the senior players now to benefit of a throw in here. So the clearance comes in from Bairo here, and now moving forward it is Salifu, trying to send a good ball there for his side, but Buba is there, 8th ball out, Duta back heels, but this time it is Bairo FC again, and then they are caught on offside. Is the attackers, Lamin Fall, and of course Salifu Jaju were caught in an offside position there. Kamba will take charge of the delivery, sends a long ball around the dividing line, clearance comes in again, this time Lamin Fall once more is caught offside here, and it is going to be Kalon alias Bakari Koli to take charge of the delivery for the senior players here. Sends a long and a high one towards Lamin Kamara, who jumps and hits, but this time it's been cleared away, and then senior players again maintains the possession of the ball. This time Bojang trying to connect the run of Lamin Kamara, but Kamara could not get to the ball before it crosses the line, as Lamin F front of Bojan rather, trying to connect to him front to Bojan now. Quickly taken towards Mustafa Jallo, and now the team captain turns Ibrahim Sane. Beautifully done there by Ibrahim Sane. Now to the lone goal scorer here. He's been fouled, and Duta has been penalized for foul. Mustafa places the ball back to Bakari Jaju now. Jaju receives the ball once more to Mustafa again. Mustafa down to the running player in the far end again, caught in an offside position. Once more, Salifu Jaju. This time again, for the second time, he's been caught offside here since the commencement of the second period. Mamadou Esba Balderada. I think both sides have started the second half from where it is left, and now senior players, they are fighting to get themselves to parity, while their opponents Bairo continues to search for another goal here and then continue to prevent their opponents from scoring against them. What are you foreseeing so far into this second half?
Well, thank you, Mr. Kanye. As I said, you can see now from the beginning of the second half, the senior team is now trying to connect their dots and see how best they can at least come back from the game. This is what they should have done at the beginning of the first half, but they waited to an extent. The young Bairo team could not hesitate to have to score a goal, and now you can see the senior team trying to do anything possible to come and equalize the goal, and it is still the goal line remains the same. It is Bairo 1 and senior the senior with no goal as it stands. It is 9 minutes played from the second half, and as I told, that's a foul. Of course, anything is possible. We wait and see whether the senior team, of course, will come back and equalize and win. We have an interview with the head coach of the senior team, and of course he promised before the end of the 15 minutes of the second half they will come back, and of course they will lead. Now we will wait and see, because they are the experience and the strength. You have the small the Bairo team pushing for a goal, and you are also seeing the senior team defending well, and in fact you can hear their head coach asking them to be patient. But now we wait and see whether their patience will, of course, lead to a goal. Of course, Mr. Kajit.
Yes, we wait and see whether their patience will translate into a goal here as they continue to.
We also have Ella Pentin, the Deputy British High Commissioner to the Gambia, and the husband Dan Sotin. Thank you all for coming.
Comes in from Jaju, and senior players will now benefit a throw in there to be executed there quickly there.
Thanks to Lamin Dabo, the president of the SUBA World Development Association Sport Committee under his leadership, together with his able Secretary General Babakar Food.
Duta power this time was straight into the hands of the goalkeeper,
to make sure that teams, clubs that participate in the Brikama Sport Committee in Nawetan, in their work, will have a proper tournament to hone their skills ahead of the 2026 Brikama Sport Committee in Nawetan. And all other executives, thank you for all your hard works, and thanks to the two honorables in our ward, Honorable Tona Ismaila Jallo, the Ward Councillor, and Honorable Lamin J. Sane. And anybody who has put a dime to support this initiative, some might not put a dime, but again, they put their valuable efforts and time to make sure that this tournament is a success. And today we enter the final.
As very well, this particular preseason tournament has been brought to the highlights here, but courtesy of the two honorables, as you have earlier had been mentioned there. Honorable Lyman J. Sane, the National Assembly member for Brikama South, and of course Chairman Ismaila Jallo, the councillor for SUBA Ward, who of course doubles as the vice chairperson of the Brikama Area Council. And the first edition there, the teams that are in SUBA Ward, is a tournament that will prepare them ahead of this year's Brikama Sports Committee's Summer Norwegian. And any moment from now, we are going to see a quadruple of substitutions here from the senior players. And we are going to provide you the names of the players who will soon be introduced here shortly after. And several players have now been introduced here. The number 7, number 12, and of course number 6 has also been introduced. We will give you their names. And quickly taken here, Bairo now trying to get themselves another goal here as their opponents, the senior players, also continues to search for a breakthrough here in the game.
At least I was there. At least it was in my presence.
Sends a good ball there towards the new entrant. And of course the number 7, but the ball is headed out here. Yes, and also joined us here is Alamin Jara. I mean Jara, since the 21st minutes we have seen a goal here from Sajo, which that stands still to separate these two sides here. But senior players continues to find a breakthrough here, but nothing is been possible for them as of now, as Bairo also continues to find another goal here to strengthen their feet in this final here. Your assessment so far into the game?
Yeah, so far for the best part of 20 minutes or so in the second half, I think the game has been evenly balanced. It's on a knife's edge this because the lead is a slender one. You know, Bairo leading it by a goal to nil, and they try something from distance. That was never trouble in the goalkeeper. Yeah, again, it's youth versus experience. You would always expect this, you know. But again, when you play against this senior team that have seen it all, who in their careers, they've seen all types of defeats. They've played all type of football matches, in the box bar and all around this nation. And yeah, now they are into this final. You feel, they have been in this position before. And if there is a team that can come back from the dead, is a team of group of experienced players who have done it all in their lives. And yeah, the first shot on target in the second half was one that Duta took. When he took that, I was like, once upon a time, because the box bar has seen goals like that from a man like that in all those years. So, so far so good. It's a good game. And whosoever has contributed to this have just done a very great job. And, they've just opened them up. But again, it wouldn't have counted. Yeah, I mean, all those who have contributed to this have just done a fantastic job. It has to take something very, very special to have a tournament like this, and in a manner in which it has been organized. I think it's just great. And I only hope that this is not the first edition and the end of it all. I only hope this is the beginning of the first and many more editions to come, because all we want is the youth to be engaged, to be involved. And the senior players, for far too long, they've not seen any opportunity like this, apart from the Brikama Sports Committee trying to bring them together last year. And now if this is coming, and another one is coming to put them together, I think that's good, and that's a good sign to show that we do not just forget about our legends. So long as they have the muscles, we give them the go-ahead to go. But all in all, being part of SUBA Award in the here and now is something very remarkable.
Thank you very much, Lamin Jara, for those brilliance add up into this particular game here. And it remains 1-0 in favor of the Bairo FC side. And then it remains, and senior player starts the play now from the back now. Kamba now receives the ball, sends along on a high one around the center circle, and then this time a header comes in there. It's another header there. Jaju places the ball towards his teammate there, and then moving forward this time Domingo goes to the ground. Nothing has been awarded by the center referee. And earlier on we have seen Basiku Jaune, Abdul Wahab, Musa Bojang and Malang Aida Bojang being introduced by the senior players in trying to make it so they introduce those players here to continue strengthening their feet in the game. And then this time one of the new entrants here, the number 5 Musa Bojang, connects the number 7 now, Buba Jaune, Baseku Jaune rather. Baseku Jaune plays the ball to Kamara, who is inside the 18-yard area but could not get himself to the score sheet, as the Rastafarians rather trying to maneuver his way inside the 18-yard area, but he's been blocked there by the brilliance of the defenders. And now surging for this time it is the team captain, but Kamba comes off his line on time, and this time it's been headed away by Jaju, one of the central midfielders for the Bairo FC side. And moving forward, Jaune still moving towards the ball and trying to get themselves at least a goal here before the final whistle will be blown. They are currently down by a lone goal to 0. And then the goal, the 24th minute goal that continues to separate the two sides. Moving forward, this time goes to the ground. It's a foul. And then the center referee has given a foul against the senior players as Buba back concedes a foul against Ibrahim Asane, the team captain for Bairo. The team captain for Bairo is still on the ground, nursing an injury here as he claims being slapped on the face there by the he walks off the pitch now as Bairo prepares now. It is going to be Musa Sajo or Lamin Fall to take charge of the delivery here of this particular free kick at a very, very dangerous position there. But Lamin Fall takes charge, comes in, sends a long ball there, but flies high over the crossbar.
22
And
minutes played, and still Musa Sajo's goal is the difference. Senior player 0, and Bairo FC 1.
I've played over 22 minutes here into this second half, and it remains 1-0 in favor of Bairo as they continue here. This time it is Salifu Jaju who turns. Salifu looks up, sends a crossfield ball there towards the team captain, and now it is Bakari Jaju who powered a ball there, but that was too high. Senior players still maintains the scoreline as they are currently being trailed here by a lone goal to nil. Sends a good ball there. This time it is Kamba with a foul against Duta. Sini Sambu around the or inside the center circle. It's going to be executed here by Wage Musa, who prepares to takes a long one there towards Jaune, chested the ball down beautifully, dribble past one, but this time it's been headed away. Now moving forward, it is the goal scorer now who tries to launch, who tries to sort forward, and this time it's a brilliant defending there from the team captain Bakari Koli, alias Kalon. And Sane quickly taken here, the team captain places the ball to Mustafa Jallo. Mustafa, the captain, receives the ball once more, and this time Jaune, but Mustafa has been penalized, and senior players benefits a free kick, or benefit a throw-in rather, to be executed here by Malang Aida Bojang. Chested the ball down. It is Jaune now, trying to connect the run of Duta. Bojang, the new entrant, trying to clear his line, but Buba now gets the ball back to the netminder Kamba, who breaks the ball not in a haste, connects Wage Musa in the area. Musa Wage connects to the far end. And it's time and it's going to be a double substitution here for Bairo. Now 19 and of course 45. And Aliou Mbalo and Mulamin Sanyang have been introduced by Bairo, and it is going to be another substitution for the senior players. And Buba Manka will soon be introduced by the senior players. Where's the number 2 jersey for the senior players? And launch a long ball there, and Kamara, but the netminder comes off his line. Kamara, the netminder heads the ball away, and it's a throw in. His involvement has saved Bairo from perhaps conceding a goal here. And Wage Musa is now making way for Buba Manka. Buba Manka has now been introduced here to take charge of the midfield area for the senior players. Sends a long ball there inside the 18-yard area, but Kalilu is there to defend for his side, and then he allows the ball to run over the touch. Moving forward, it's a long throw there towards the number 25 rather, Emat Manga. There, but this another throw. To the Bairo FC side, quickly taking Kalidu. Now finds the goal scorer, or the new entrant, where Molamin Sanyang connects there towards, and now to one of the new entrant, Ali Umbalo now, around the 18-yard area. Ali has been dispossessed, now the goal scorer. Six minutes of play now, and it remains now this time around the midfield area, Jajo, and this time beautifully torn there, the senior players now looking the ball there. Diminku Mane in the far end. Diminku beautifully done there by Diminku towards Duta. Duta plays the ball back to Diminku. Beautiful exchange of passes between Diminku and Seni Sambu Duta. But eventually it's a throw in there to the Bairo FC side. And the netminder is currently grounded there. Lavin Jara, we're approaching half an hour already into the 28 minutes of play. Into the second half, perhaps 12 minutes or so for senior players to at least get themselves to a parity, or Bairo to maintain the scoreline and then all out of their advantage to decide the fate of the final.
Yeah, decide the fate of the final, but this game is by no means over. With only 1-0, Bairo will feel that the job is not yet done. Until the final whistle is blown, the job is not yet done. Oh, let them get the second for the cushion and possibly to put this game beyond all reasonable doubt. And so long as it's 1-0, senior players will feel that, look, we are still into this. And when you're leading by a goal to nil in a final, what comes out is at a point the game is going to be put in a context, and there will be jeopardy. You will be caught in between. Should I go and kill the game, finding the second, or should I be defending it? And you might be going to look for the second, and in between you will be caught at the back and parity will be restored. And when you are defending it, that's dangerous, and anything is possible. We've seen that even in the World Cup when England played Argentina. So, 1-0 is tight, is difficult, is dangerous, and the supporters, they will not be at ease. They will be at the edge or on the edges of their seats. And that's where this game is heading to. And you see now that Bairo, who you feel have been comfortable for the greater part of this game, even though they are only leading by a goal to nil, now have their shot stopper on the ground, and now that will be a worrying one for the manager and everybody. You do not just need to drag a final up to where there is at the point of jeopardy and you have your most reliable players being injured or not 100% up to the task. So for me, this is a dangerous moment of any final, and as things stand, it can go either way. And you can see for the last 5 minutes, the game has been played in one half, and that is the half of Bairo. So senior players will keep on launching that ball inside the penalty area, and who knows, maybe, just maybe.
Very well, maybe, just maybe, the senior players can find a way to get themselves to a parity this time. And Jara, you were just saying this, and Duta scored from nowhere.
Look, we have come to the Boxbar Mini Stadium for all those years. We've come to the Boxbar Mini Stadium to watch Seni Sambu Duta for all those years. He has come up with brilliant moments. He has come up with magical moments. He has just come up with moments that will live in the memories for as long as we live. This is what experience is all about. This is what You know, this is what it is all about. We know that has been his trademark. You know, and you know, he has just come with a brilliant moment. For me, you know, Temo, even if this goal were to go and end like this, the first edition, you know, Duta, Sambu, definitely has become the poster boy of this final. Class is permanent. Class is just permanent.
Yes, very well. Class is just permanent for Duta. I mean, Seni Sambu, who of course can produce any magic anytime anytime or any moment in any football game. We have seen him done this several times, and then here also he stepped up for the senior players and then taking that magnificent free kick from a very, very long range. And then this time inside the area, Lamin Kamara now moving forward. This time Domingo sends a good ball there, and Domingo's ball is being headed away. This time tested the ball down yet again. Duta beautifully done there by him. Goes to the ground, and Duta has been penalized now. I mean, we have seen a very brilliant free kick from Duta, Seni Sambu, and then not a surprise for many, seeing Seni Sambu coming up and then deliver for his side. I mean, in a game like this, barely 10 minutes to play here, or 9 minutes to go, plus any other additional time that we might see from the officials of the game. Duta have put his side to the parity now. A goal that they were needing very much, a goal that they dearly need, and it is now here for them. 1-0.
What a goal, Mr. Kanye! What a goal from the team captain, Mr. Seni Sambu Duta, and of course, the goal that leveled the scores now. It is 1-0, and it's a goal that it is what a moment for the senior team. This is what they were waiting for, and of course, they have gotten it. What a free kick! No one was expecting this, and of course, it is a goal, and it is 1-0. Just from talking to a colleague, I told him, if anything is to happen from that end, it might be dangerous. And of course, this, you can see the frustration from the senior men. They are now looking, and they are expecting it is a foul. And now they have been calmed by the fourth assistant referee. Anything is possible again. What a goal from the team captain. This is not a normal game, as Jara said. Mr. Kanye, they have been waiting for this goal for so long. And there, the captain has restored parity. And now it is goal to all. And in fact, it's another free kick again. Mr. Kanye, it's another free kick again. And this time, who's going to take it? Who is going to take it again? The same Seni in a different position, in a different angle. Will Seni double up the lead? We will wait and see, Mr. Kaji.
It's another free kick, of course, yet again for Seni. This time a delivery comes in inside the 18-yard area, and a header comes in from the defense line for the Bairo FC side. Our senior players continues to knock the doors here in trying to get themselves to the parity, but a good defensive work there from Kalilu. This time sends the ball there outside there, and then it's a throw-in for the senior players. A brilliant free kick from Seni Sambu has leveled the scores for the senior players here. They have now rather leveled the scores here for themselves. Another a good ball launch here, but this time already travels over the touch, and it is going to be a double substitution. Number 31 and 77. Two players will be introduced for Bairo, and it is of course going to be Habibu Kamara who is being introduced here. Habibu Kamara is just being introduced. Habibu Kamara is being introduced, so as the number 31 that we will also give you the name of the introduced player. The two players introduced into the game by Bairo. The clearance comes in there from the defense line for Bairo. Mustafa made a good clearance there and an important one for the Smarter. Chested the ball down this time. A player goes to the ground for senior players. And now they are trying to frustrate this younger Bairo side in trying to get themselves another goal here or push the game to the post-match shootout. Mustafa Koli is also being introduced for Bairo together with Habibu Kamara. And these are the new fresh legs for Bairo that they are hoping can give them an advantage into the game. Let's see what happens here. The team captain for the senior players launch a long ball there, Kalon, but no one runs inside the area to get to that ball as the ball travels over the touch for a goal kick to the senior players. This time Mustafa now, Jalo sends a good ball there towards one of the new entrants who could not get to the ball on time. And now Kalon receives the ball. Launch long ball there. Foul has been given or awarded against Bakari Jaju as he concedes a foul on one of the latest entrants for the senior players, or the latest entrance, Buba Manka. And already into the 38 minutes of the encounter. Under 2 minutes plus an additional time here for the final whistle to be blown by the officials of the game. And Lamin Kamara this time plays the ball short to one of their dangerous players here. Domingo Mane cuts inside the area, places the ball to Kamara. Lamin inside the area, looks up towards Duta, who powered again, and this time it's been blocked here. And one of the new entrants now, Habibu Kamara, places the ball to now the team captain, sends a long ball there towards the running player there, but senior players will need to clear their line, and then moving inside the 18-yard area is the number 25, who is trying to maneuver his way, Amat Mangarada trying to maneuver his way, goes to the ground, but then the ball is still in play. Buba receives the ball for senior players, and then this time it's a throw into the senior players. Go. And it's a throw-in. Senior players are not in a haste to take any decisions here. As Johnny goes to the ground, Basiku surging forward this time. But the goalkeeper comes off his line, Kamba goes to the ground, handles the ball with ease. As Buba tries to guard the running player for Bairo and allows the netminder Kamba coming off his line to handle the ball for senior players. Sends along and a high one. That's the final whistle here, and it must now be decided from the post-match shootout.
Final whistle for the end of the regulation time for the.
And it ended 1-1 between senior players and Bairo FC in the maiden SUBA World Pre-Season Tournament, sponsored by Honorable Lamin J. Sane, the National Assembly member of Brikama South, and Ismaila Chorno Jalo, the councillor for the SUBA World side, and who also doubles as the vice chairman of the Brikama Area Council. The first edition of the SUBA World Pre-Season ends. The first edition of the final ends. Senior players 1, Bairo FC 1.
From a free kick resto parity for the senior players. And now the winner must be decided. And we are going for a post-match penalty shootout to decide the winner. Remember, This tournament is bankrolled by the world chairman of the SUBA Award, that is Honorable.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it has now ended here. 1-1 between the two. On the paper, of course, it is Bairo favorite before coming into this game. But on the pitch, it has proven to be a different encounter.
Yeah, football is never played on paper. It's played on the pitch. And what a way to light up this final. You know, for me, you know, if this tournament were to just go and stop here, it has already been a success. You know, whatever happens here now, we know is going to be the first ever champions of this prestigious tournament. It's going to be won from 12 yards, and what a way to do it. For me, it's never a shame, but again, it's a game of two halves. You look at it, Bairo went on in the first half, they got the lead, kept their clean sheet for long, and they came into the second half. It was very, very tight and so close, but we knew there was always going to be a moment to talk about in this final, like any other final in world football, you know. And one thing we never knew was when it was going to come, it's going to be a moment that's going to light up the entire tournament. And you know, a player of his caliber, we've seen him before, we've seen it again for Brikama United, for the Nawetan, for Neymar, for everywhere he has, you know, for Jida and everywhere he has played for. You know, in the midway point of the second half, he tried something spectacular and the goalkeeper gathered it. But again, when the second time came, you know, he took it superbly. For me, you know, it has just been brilliant. You know, for the senior players, you know, it was a case of, can they have the muscles to go 90 minutes? But they hang on there somehow. They've managed it. They've just managed the game and kept it at a pace that their muscles will accept. And they have gone there, and superbly now, they've dragged this young Bairo team to penalty shootout. What a story and what a way.
Yes, very well. I mean, Jara, experience counts a lot in this particular game, and then we have seen this happen for this particular final. And then now it must be decided from the post-match shootout here, as both sides now prepare to get themselves to, or prepare themselves mentally towards the final, towards the penalty shootout here.
Champions of our land, that is today's FA, and the cup winners, Mr. United. And tickets for tomorrow is $50 at all gates. Box bar, the home of thrillers, and of course today is not an exception. What a goal by Sini Sambu Duda. Probably one of the best goals we have seen alive in 2025 or 2026 rather.
And the team captain for the senior players takes charge, Bakari Koli, alias Kalon, is going to take charge of the Force take from the spot, and he prepares as he moves towards the ball. Faces Bojang in goal for Bairo. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And the senior players are often there mark here. Bakari Kori Kalon have opened the score for the senior players from the spot, and it is now the turn of Jaju. First, Bakari Jaju, one of the central midfielders who have also played a central role for his side rather, in trying to get them to this particular moment of the game. He faces Kamba Sane now in goal for senior players. As Kamba prepares to prevent the goal, while Bakari Jaju moves towards the ball, also sends the goalkeeper Kamba the wrong way, and it is 1-1 here. 2 takes from the spot and 2 brilliant penalties that we have already seen here between the two.
Yeah, two takes and 2 brilliantly worked penalties in, and yeah, so that tells you the quality of footballers that we have in there, and the quality of the 2 penalties that have been taken. Even though we have 2 very good goalkeepers who they are ready to make the saves, and it was down to the players and how good they were. Both goalkeepers on the first occasions, or on the first time, or in the first time of asking, were sent, away or went to the wrong direction, and the ball was slotted at the other direction. So it's 1-1 after 2 penalties each, and now it's the turn for the senior players now to get themselves back. Can they do that? He comes in left-footed. He slotted it home, superbly so far. Kemo.
Seemingly, the experience for the senior players will be pivotal here towards the end of the penalty takes, because the way they are taking these penalties here comfortably, they are not in a haste whenever they are taking the penalties, because they are used to this kind of situations, as you have earlier mentioned. This kind of moments, they are so much used to that, different from the younger Bairo side, who could have won this particular game in the regulation time, but they have failed to do so, and now they have found themselves in a situation where it must be decided here from the highest of mentalities, and then I believe the senior players already are having such mentalities in them. And then it is now the turn of one of the central defenders for the senior players, for the Bairo FC side, rather, Usman Manga. Usman Manga faces Kamba now in goal. As he moves away from the ball in preparation to take charge of the delivery, Manga moves towards the ball, sends a good ball there. Kamba went for it, but he could not save that Jara.
Yeah, he went for it, he could not save it. He has gone past his heydays. Once upon a time, he was saving that without a doubt. But again, that was down to the taker. He gave the ball a lot. He just put his lace on them. And like you said, it requires the highest of mentalities. And if there is a team that has reached the highest of mentalities, it's going to be the senior player. But now, they're going for their third kick, which is a very, very important kick. And now when the striker got up Kamara, you could see the reaction. But let's see, can he prove his doubters wrong, or will they get it right?
Yeah, surely he'll be working to do that, because he knows if you are going for such moments, when people don't trust you, try to prove them wrong. Let's see what happens here. Kamara Lamin faces Bojan in goal for the Bairo FC side. Kamara not in a haste. Hands on hips now. Moving towards the ball here. Lamin Kamara, one of the central, beautifully slotted the ball home. The doubters have been clapping.
Yeah, I heard from the technical bench, somebody was saying, don't worry, he's going to score. Because some of the players, they could not watch. They buried their heads in their hands. But, for me, out of the 4, that was the coolest penalty. That was just superbly taken. He just rolled it at the bottom corner and sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. So, as cool if you like, you know. That was the top class.
Yes, very well. A top class finish there. A top class take there from Lamin Kamara. And it is now the turn of the goal scorer for Bairo FC, Musa Sajo now. He's now facing the netminder Kamba now. Sends Kamba the wrong way. At some way smaller in Sanyang. A well taken penalty here. 3 goals from either sides.
You've got to give credit to the players, to the penalty takers. The quality of the penalties that you've seen, have just been exquisite.
And moving towards the ball now. It is one of the new entrants, plays the ball well. Buba Manga, a 4th take. And we now await Bairo. Brilliantly, our senior players have slotted in 4 of their takes here. And now it is the responsibility for the Bairo FC side. And it is going to be taken by one of their best players, Ahmad Manga.
Yeah, and anytime the senior players score, it's Prezo Bairo. And now, so far so good, 7 penalties. We've been perfect on the spot from 12 yards. And this is now one huge kick on a young soldier, a big responsibility on a young soldier. And he knows the context of this penalty is as simple as he must score, as easy as that. Otherwise, if he doesn't, then, you know, he is just going to put senior players in pole position, Kemo.
Very well. If he feels senior players will be in pole position to celebrating the maiden SUBA World Precision. Moving towards the ball. Manga now sends a good ball there. Come this time again, went for it. As you can see, Dida is trying to tell him but Kamba could not save the ball.
Only if you know him, and he has been one of the best goalkeepers the box bar has ever seen. You know, Dida, and you can understand all those years the name how Dida always going to come. You had to be a very top goalkeeper at the highest level to be named after Dida, and you could hear him telling, you know, his, you know, opposite experienced goalkeeper Kamba Sane, who has also been brilliant for Brikama, both in the zonals and in the division, and in Nawetan for Nema and all those years. But again, the legs were not there, and now it's the 5th penalty, and it is one beautiful right foot of Duda. Can he convert this now?
Yes, Duda, a huge responsibility. The final in the 5 for his side sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Brilliant penalty from Duda. An experienced one.
What are we expecting here?
Class is permanent. Do you doubt him? If there is any kicker out of the 2 teams that nobody is gonna have an iota of doubt from, you know, when he marches on to the penalty spot, it's him. And you saw it. Cool if you like. He has just one amazing right foot for me. You know, he is a generational player, and it's going to take a long time to see a player that's going to emerge from Brikama who has a gifted right foot like Buta. Only if you know. And now Bairo, Prezo, they have to score. Jalo just have to score, otherwise senior players, 1st edition champions.
Yes, Mustafa Jalo must score to prevent his side from conceding this maiden coveted trophy of SUBA World Precision to the senior players. He must score. Let's see what happens here. Jalo must score. Sends a very good ball there this time again. Kamba went for it, but could not see.
And now we are at sudden death, 5 each, all 5 slotted in, and now you can understand that, you know, at a point I was like, yeah, you know, they've gone past their heydays. You know, if you know Kamba all those years, you know, 5 penalties, he will at least save 1. But now, you know, this tells you that if you are once good, you are not always good. But again, on this very occasion, in this very game, he has been very good. And now we have reached that moment where it's tension, where people cannot just watch this, because I mean it's sudden death at this point now.
Very well surrendered now. It is forced to lose moment now. It is going to be the turn of Abdul Wahab now, one of the new entrants here for the SUBA World. For the senior players, hit the crossbar. And Bairo
So that's it for you. Yeah, it's from I don't know, the signal from the referee is not a goal, and yeah, from where we are watching, we are very far from it. We have no such assurance policy of a goal line technology. Neither do we have an opportunity to look at the monitor. But again, now this is pole position Bairo. If they score this, they become champions, and that's a huge responsibility again. And senior players now, all they need is for Kambasane to make sure that he just saves one. But again, this is a big opportunity. Score this and you're champions.
Yes, very well now. It is Kalilu now. Kalilu Baji having the opportunity to put his side to the glory. Kalilu Baji prepares to take Kamba now. Sends Kamba the wrong way. And it is the Bairo FC side who are now who will be crowned as champions of the SUBA World Precision Final. Because this is the maiden one sponsored by Honorable Lamin J. Sane, the National Assembly member for Brikama South. And of course, Honorable Ismaila Cherno Jallo, the councillor for SUBA World, who also doubles as the vice chairperson of the Brikama Area Council, who have managed to stage this tournament in trying to prepare the teams within SUBA World ahead of the Brikama Sports Committee's Norwegian proper. This, of course, is geared towards fostering unity amongst the youths of the area, and of course, there to strengthen their strong bond of recognition amongst the youths of the area. And it has ended here 1-1 in the regulation time and from the spot, it is 5 goals to senior players and 6 goals to Bairo FC. Bairo FC have now been crowned as champions of this maiden SUBA World Precision Tournament. Jara, it has now ended here.
Yeah, it has ended. For me, champions Bairo, but well done senior players. Nobody has seen this coming. And for the fact that they've taken this right down to the wire, it's just I mean, of course, amazing. Nobody would have thought that they would have come here on a day like this, in a game like this, in a moment like this, to push this Bairo team all the way. They were just, for me, one crossbar rattle away from, still having us going in this penalty shootout. And when they got themselves back on level terms, they would have easily gone on to win it. So, but whatever the case, they must be proud of themselves. They've given themselves, a wall of good in this altogether. And it has just been amazing. It has just been brilliant. Talking about a final, we've gone in many finals in world football. We've seen it decided in penalty shootout. And when you've come here, when you marked on, and when you saw the fixture to say that it's the senior players that will come into the box bar to play against this Bairo team, you were going to think that it was always going to be a walkover. But again, it has not been a walkover. It has just been something remarkable. They've come in the second half. They've given it a very good go. They've restored parity brilliantly from one of the goals of the tournament, and they've dragged it to penalty shootout. They've dragged it to sudden death. That was how close they were. So, well done senior players. And there was always going to be one champions, and that is Bairo. Congratulations, Bairo. So, the curtains are closed, and now we are up for the ceremony. But it has been a great tournament, this Amin Kemo.
Jara, the first edition to the SUBA Award Youth Development pre-season final has been a success, and finally we are here. Bairo FC has emerged as the winners, the champions, after winning 6-5 on post-match penalties. It was 1-1 in regulation time.
What a final, and what a way to end it. And for me, champions Bairo, but congratulations to the senior players. You know, when the fixture came in, you were going to think it was going to be a walkover. It was youth versus experience. But again, the senior players who've seen it all, you know, came in and gave us a very good goal. You said it when Buta scored. If there is a moment to light up this tournament altogether, it has been that. But for me, congratulations to everybody. It has just been brilliant to watch the entire tournament, and we hope and pray that this is not just the first and the last edition. We only hope and pray that this is just the first and many editions to come. But all in all, it has just been amazing to watch.
And soon we are going to start the ceremony, and each of the 14 teams that participated in the SUBA Awards pre-season tournament final will go home with 2 balls and a $5,000 cash to at least help them pay halfway of their registration in the Brikama Sport Committee 2026 Nawetan.
And from the background, you could hear someone say, wow. So I think that's just amazing. And that's about trying to make sure that the youth in any community are being engaged. And we feel that sports is, our football in general is one of the greatest avenues you can get the youth being involved. And for the fact that everybody is going home with $5,000 and some brand new footballs, I think that's amazing. That's just remarkable. I think for me, all in all, the source of every motion is greater than the motion itself. And for the fact that we are here is that the people behind the scene have just been amazing, Kevin.
And first, we are going to start with the man of the match for the final. And guess what? The man of the match for the final is announced. Somebody in the background is calling the name. But again, let's put our hands together for Seli Sambu as the man of the match.
What a player.
And what a player. And
generational footballer for me. You know, he has one sweet right foot. You know, Brikama is going to take some years too.
And Musa is the sponsor for the man of the match award for the final.
Yeah, KB
Foreja, they call him someone who has been so supportive of sports.
Yeah, and
football in particular.
And what a player Duda has been, for he has one sweet right foot. And you're going to stay for long in Brikama to see a player that's going to rise through the ranks, who's going to have a delicious right foot like him. We saw the goal, and that has light up the final. Not only the final, it will go on to light up this tournament altogether. Brilliant he is. And we've watched him during those days. And when he has come here, when he took the goal, I was like, class is permanent. And that is him for you.
So please, Honorable, and all the dignitaries available, please, can we have a line up here for the ceremony, for the send-off ceremony for the tournament.
And I hope at one point in time, all other awards will emulate SUBA Award for a brilliant job. And we have the World Council of Mara in and have given the kickoff. We only hope he can take this down back home so that we can also have that, you know, singular honor to do something like this. This is it's just fantastic.
Fantastic, and please, like I said, each of the teams, the 14 teams that participated in the tournament, will go home with $5,000 in cash and 2 match balls. So please, if you are a captain or a representative of your team, be prepared. If your name is called, you come forward to receive. let's start the ceremony formally with the referees. And now I call on the Bairo people to come forward, receive. Each will receive a certificate and a medal for their wonderful participation, not only today, but again, throughout the tournament, they have been instrumental to SUBA Award.
You can only get this in SUBA Award. And yeah, they've just been great throughout this tournament, and yeah, they deserve that as well.
Thank you. Yeah. Can I have Mr. Tamal Kujabi to receive a set of certificate to all the officials who have participated or officiated a match during the tournament? And Famara, a senior referee, is already here, and Mr. Hassan, Mr. Demba Songo Bojang will give the certificate on behalf of the SUBA Award Youth Development Association Jara. A certificate for all the referees.
Yeah, they are part of the game, integral for that matter, and it's good that we are recognizing them as well. So it's a thing of everybody should be part of it, and for the fact this is happening, like I said, we only hope and pray that this is not just the first and the final edition. We only hope and pray that this is just the first of many editions to come, and all those who have contributed to make sure we reach this far have just, everybody deserves a certificate, but in the end, it's only few that can have, and for the fact that the referees have been recognized is also something to cherish.
And next we are going to call the teams to come forward to receive their certificates. First we have Sanchaba Youths FC, and Benjamin Eze, the CEO of Greater Tomorrow Football Academy, will give that on behalf of the committee. 2 balls, 2 match balls, Jara, a certificate, and a $5,000 cash. So, guys,
at the end of the day, we understand that it's not about winning and winning. It's about participation. It's about everybody being involved. And that's why if you look at the banner, it's clearly written in bold letters that, of course, engage the youth through sports and all those stuff. So, yeah, you may play, you may not play the final, but of course you're going home $5,000 and 2 balls and a certificate. Fantastic.
And next, we have Gisar. Gisar also will go home with 2 balls. With 2 balls, $5,000 cash, and a certificate of appreciation. Next, we have Amasa. Can we have a representative of Amasa?
They are here. And they will also go home $5,000 in 2 balls and a certificate being received from the CEO of Greater Tomorrow, Benjamin, and yeah, that's Amasa for you.
And we have Kuta Jombul. What a coincidence.
Side by side they come. Let's leave it at that.
And they will open it already.
Yeah, side by side they come. And the gaffer, the manager or the head coach is marching on, and we hope we are expecting another tantalizing derby in the horizon when they meet. They always light up this place. But again, this day, this final, of course, and the goal that made it 1-1, that took us to penalty shootout, absolutely light up the day.
And next we have Jida Kabilo.
Yeah, the people's Kabilo, and the fan base is huge, is live, and you can understand, what football means in Jeddah. How they would have loved to play the final. But we came in, we knew there was always going to be 2 teams, and ultimately one team was always going to be champions.
And next we have Sky Power and Dan Sutton, the husband of Ella Pentin, the Deputy British High Commissioner, will give that.
Yeah, one thing I like about this is what it does is it provides that avenue for everybody, every team to come in and perform. And Sky Power, a professional team, and all those here.
That's Lame. Can we have that's Lame United? That's Lame. That's Lame.
Can we have a representative of Benson Bima? Yeah, and Molami Nyasi, the second vice president of the Brikama Sport Committee, will deliver that.
We are on.
Okay.
Welcome back.
We have Citizens FC.
All right, we have Citizen FC, and yeah, what a moment that is. And yeah, when son received from father, and that's brilliant, right? But that can only come in this tournament.
Sandasu United FC. No, you're not.
Anna Ella Pentin, the Deputy British High Commissioner, thank you very much for gracing this tournament. And next, It's top 10 FC. What a team they produced last year.
What a team! And when I came to the final, and yeah, but sometimes this is what happens. You know, you might just perform below par, and then the expectations might not just be there. But again, all in all, this is also another great team. I think one thing, you know, the names of the teams that we're hearing coming in and collecting these things are all great teams. And for the fact that this platform is there, it's just, you know, everybody wants to be part of the story.
Of course.
We have certificate of presence our advisor.
Before Ngodi.
Go to our pledge. Put on
Bairo. Next is Bairo to come and receive their $5,000 in 2 balls and a certificate of participation. Can we have somebody from Bairo? 2 balls, $5,000. Okay, I'm told. Yeah, I'm told that is 5,000 plus 2. So that's $7,000. Yeah, to come and receive this. Congratulations, the champions. It's history forever.
Yeah.
History forever. Nobody. Even you, KB, cannot take that away from them.
Yeah.
First edition, first champions.
No team will claim that.
Yeah, you cannot write the history without mentioning them. The senior players as well.
And next, we call on the senior players, for me, undoubtedly the best team of the tournament.
Yeah, let's give this award. Okay. Yeah, this is
Senior players.
And next, we have a certificate for the Honorable Councillor for SUBA Award, and that is our own teacher. The next certificate is to appreciate what all he has done. That is the Honorable for SUBA Award. Honorable for SUBA Award, John Ismail Ajalo, and Honorable as the Vice Chair of the Brikama Area Council.
Yeah, at the point I was like, I wish all others are able to do what he has done here to make sure that everybody at the awards, you know, have this opportunity to go on and engage the youths as much as possible. And he has just set the pace now. This is just congratulations, Mr. Jal.
If you know him, you know him for sports. You know, when he was a teacher at the primary school level for sports, at secondary school level, I remember when, you know, to cover secondary school sports tournament, where you go with only Chintino, and then, you know, imagine as one of the 10 best schools. So he has been doing sport not today, so congratulations. And next we have Honorable Lamin J. Sane. It will be presented by the regional coordinator for sport in West Coast, another one who was born and bred in sports.
Yeah, another icon of the game.
You might not know, we call him Del.
Yeah, another icon of the game. And that is what he is all about. Nothing more and nothing less. He's just being out there, ever present and ever available. Thank you, Honorable.
And next is a certificate to SUBA Award Development Association, and I will see how to receive it, please.
Next is a certificate for SUBA award.
Well, that is another prestigious certificate that is given to SUBA Award called Development Committee for coming up with this. For me,
They are of course valuable partners.
yeah, for me, you know, it's just sometimes you probably run out of words to describe what they are all about. So, you know, keep it up, and we're proud of you as well.
This for Musa, and then the last one for this one. And we also have a certificate for Musa Drame of Galaxy Sports